Agriculture is the answer to climate healing, or at least the biggest puzzle piece. I'm a small diversified farmer in Southwest Wisconsin, and I run sheep here and I have a bed and breakfast. I decided to run for state assembly because I have seen the constraints that local governments have placed on them. There's only so much we can do to help our people, and I think we need change at the state level. Farming is in a really hard place. We've been in a downturn for about 10 years, a really painful one. And here in Wisconsin, we're very dairy-based. We've lost 2+ farms every single day, dairy farms, for about 3 years now. You can be really smart, you can work really hard, you can farm really well, and that's not enough in this economy to have a profitable, sustainably profitable bottom line, partly because the hustle is so intense that you just can't keep it up forever. So we are in the middle of kind of a catastrophic change, not just in our landscape, but in our small towns. As more farm families leave the land, it really impacts the schools, it impacts the grocery stores, it impacts our main streets, it impacts our churches. We are being hollowed out by the economy. And there are not jobs for our kids to take here if we don't have agriculture. We also know that there are ways and practices of farming that can actually heal the climate and heal the earth. And so what we really need to see, and we're seeing this in the Biden plan, is that agriculture needs to be invited to the climate table, and we need to work with farmers and work with farm communities so that we can make sure that the solutions to climate change are using agriculture, because really agriculture is the answer. Agriculture is the answer to climate healing, or at least the biggest puzzle piece, because one of the biggest challenges is keeping carbon in the soil. Farmers tend the soil. It's our job to take care of the soil. And if we can be paid to provide the environmental services that the earth needs, in addition to being paid for providing food, then farmers will succeed, the earth will heal, small towns will be strong, rural economies will recover, and it's just a win, 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 win. But boxing farmers out of this discussion has been a really bad situation for those of us in climate advocacy. The problem is that farmers are not making the cost of production right now. There's really no sector in agriculture other than the processors themselves. Farmers have been at the mercy of these giant global supply chains, at the mercy of a handful of processors who control the market, and also a handful of suppliers who control seeds and fertilizer. And so what we've seen with COVID is that we need to diversify. We need to get more farmers out of that giant supply chain, get them into niche supply chains, and even better, into local short supply chains, where they are providing their community and their local food shed with the products they need. The challenge is pivoting. One of the things that I think is really difficult in this crazy polarized political age that we're in is that there is somewhat of a narrative that farming and the environment are somehow at odds. And so I think in addition to healing the climate, we need to heal this relationship that we have with agriculture. And I would say agriculture needs to be allowed to heal their relationship with the land. The biggest challenge as a candidate and a communicator and as an activist is bringing science to people in a way that they can listen and learn, and then creating a table that is safe and blame-free so that everybody can play a part in healing the water, healing the earth, and healing this climate.